Hey guys, today we are going to make pickles, Grandma's recipe. If this is the kind of thing you like, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Let's get started. If you happen to let them go too far and you're only going to fit one cucumber in your pickling jar, these guys are going to be great for dicing up, and I'll show you how to do that. And if you went into the season knowing that you're going to make some pickles, you definitely grew some dill. Look at that, something got the old tomatoes. There's our dill, folks. As you can see, I've cut the dill. Got plenty right here. Oh man, is it strong smelling. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is just sanitize our jars in some boiling water. Be sure to roll them around. First thing we're gonna do is our full pickles. They're kosher pickles, so we're gonna go as many as we can in some of the bigger jars. What we've done already is sliced up all of our carrots, fresh from the garden, picked today. This is our garlic. A lot of our garlic is small this year, so we'll probably be using a little bit extra. And of course, we've got the main ingredient next to the cucumbers, the dill. Okay, so Grandma says throw the dill in the bottom of the jar first. And in a large jar like this, you're gonna wanna put, about 2 to 3 medium-sized cloves. So with this tiny little cloves, we're probably gonna put about 4 or 5. Now we want to start stacking in the pickles. You want to start with the bigger ones first, because we're going to wedge these things in tight. Go ahead and throw in some carrot, 3 to 4 slices of carrot. We're gonna push them in nice and tight because we don't want them to float in the water. Now, if you're like me and let my cucumbers get a little too big, you're gonna have to make pickling spears, which means you pretty much quarter them into slices and then stick them into the jar. So let's get cutting some big cucumbers. So here we go, same principles apply as you stuff them in there. We got a whole bunch sliced ones right here. You can see they're all fitting into the jar perfectly because I measured them and cut off the tops. Okay, so we put 13 cups of water, 2 cups of distilled white vinegar, 1 cup of salt. Stir those 3 ingredients together, bring to a boil. So now what she's doing is she's filling it up all the way to about a 1/2 inch from the top. So that's about how much that ingredient list makes. We didn't get the last one, so we're just gonna go ahead boil up another batch, and it'll be on the 2nd cycle. Now we're gonna put the lids on. Screw the lids on nice and tight. You wanna make sure you're pushing down that seal. Now we're gonna place them into their warm water bath, which is 180 degrees. So I'd say shoot for 170 to 180. You don't want it to be over 180. You don't want it to get into 190. You're gonna set it in here for about 15 minutes. Now my grandma didn't do this part. This is just an added part, added security. What she did is she'd throw them all in a cardboard box and wrap them with a big ol', that was hot. Got a little boiling water splash on the leg, you know. Back to that. What she did is she'd just throw them into a cardboard box and she'd take a big old towel and wrap them all up in the dark. It looked like a big old wrapped up nest. And she'd leave them in there for a couple days. Just some fun details about my grandma. She was mostly Ukrainian from Kiev. She had a lot of Austrian in her. And she comes from the group that came over and got the free land that was being given out by Canada to farmers, people that wanted to farm. So she went over there and in Canada had a huge farm and just passed on the legacy of all these crazy cool homesteading type of recipes and canning, and we've got a book full of stuff that we could go through with her, but these pickles are amazing.